The total savings our client had was over $24,000 in IRS back taxes when the IRS accepted an offer in compromise that we did on her behalf. She actually originally found us here through YouTube. She saw the videos, she wanted that free case review, we reviewed her case and brought her on board. Before we even discussed the offer in compromise, the first thing we had to do was go through the whole pre-resolution checklist. This kind of serves as almost as if a pilot's about to take flight, he has a pre-flight checklist. And one of the first things we take a look at is, what's the reason why somebody got in trouble? We're supposed to fix that for the future. That way in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now, you're not going to be in the same type of trouble you got in the past. So regarding Daisy for Burbank, her problem was that she got into a new occupation she didn't quite understand. And one of the very first years she had a lot of success, she got slammed with a tax bill she was not able to keep up. The following couple years were not as bad, but she was trying to play catch up. She has contacted the IRS. She has made installment plans. And next thing you know, she just got herself in a much worse position. The new occupation, what she was, is now being self-employed in the level of sales. A lot of people, when you enter a new line of work, you don't understand the complications. This is common to a lot of 1099 contractors. Normally, your first couple of years, you have to adjust because you're not paid the same as a W-2 wage earner. When you're a W-2 wage earner, you have most of your taxes taken out through your paychecks. But when you're self-employed, you get a 1099, you straight up get the income. So at tax time, you get slammed with a tax bill you're not able to afford. So here's a couple of changes that she had to make. Number one is she had to keep track of her business expenses. Her business expenses actually lower her income, her taxable income. So the lower the taxable income is, the lower the tax by keeping track of these expenses. Second thing she had to do now is she had to make voluntary payments known as estimated tax payments to the IRS. Estimated tax payments are calculated normally on the last time you did file. So for example, if you filed and it shows you had to owe $1,000 to the IRS, you would break it down to 4 quarterly payments of $250. So we got the client on track. She kept better track of her expenses and she started making the quarterly estimated payments that we went ahead and calculated for her. We calculated an offer for $100. If the IRS accepts this offer, they forgive the rest of the $24,000. So here's the rundown. We did that. We completed the 433 AOIC, the 656, and submitted the whole packet in December of 2020. The next step is probably the hardest step because we just have to wait for an IRS agent to be assigned to the case. When they assign an agent, it basically finalizes whether it's going to be accepted, rejected, or countered. And of course, since the IRS is going through so many backlogs, instead of getting the agent assigned when we're supposed to, we got these crazy 90-day delay letters. That means that the IRS just needs more time to open up personnel, to close other cases before they assign somebody. So we have to sit back and wait, and wait, and wait some more. But I think, when it comes to IRS and legal procedures, I don't think smoothness is one of the best ways to describe it. But this offer in compromise kind of went kind of smooth. And the reason why I say it's kind of smooth, because when the agent finally did get assigned, they did ask for a whole bunch of information that included updated housing and utilities, updated income with the profit and loss since she's self-employed. The IRS also verified that the client was making the quarterly estimated tax payments. And here's why it's smooth. Everything seemed to match up at the time when the IRS agent got assigned with whatever we originally submitted with the whole application. And because of this, the offer got accepted for $100. The client only paid $100 and the $24,000 that she owed went away. If you're liking this video, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We definitely have a whole lot of tax relief tips coming your way. And if you're interested in a free case review, whether you're having unfiled tax returns, you have IRS tax debt, receiving threatening collection letters, my team would be more than happy to review your case and see what's the best possible outcome that you could receive. This process took exactly 1 year. We submitted the offer in compromise in December of 2020, and the acceptance was in December of 2021. There was no rejection, there was no appeal, there was none of that stuff. And it was accepted by one smooth transaction. Although, if you want to wait a year, I don't think that's pretty smooth. And if we get letters that are saying that they're delayed in backlog, I don't think that's pretty smooth either. But in this case, I would say it's as smooth as it gets. And that's how we saved our client over $24,000 in IRS back taxes. We got an offer accepted through the IRS Offer in Compromise program. Now moving forward, since they got accepted, there's some aftercare. For the next 5 years, you have to remain in compliance. You have to file your taxes on time. Extensions will be okay to file. However, if you have new balances, you have to pay the new balance before the deadline. There's no extension to pay. So you got to keep on top of it throughout the year. Make sure you do some tax planning. Make sure you're on top of your estimated tax payments if you're self-employed. And if you're a W-2 wage earner, you got to make sure that the W-4 is updated with your employer so there's enough taxes taken out. That way you continue to stay in compliance with the IRS. You know, you never want to go through this whole entire process to screw up and have the whole thing come back. So the best thing to do is remain in compliance.